Brother, 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 please start moving. Brother. Brother, wait a minute.
It's a tiny machine.
Are you controlling?
Yes. He
Okay.
can walk slow, he can walk fast, and you can hop to go super fast.
So fast.
Look how quick that little guy is.
Go get him, buddy.
If I give my brother this, he'll move again. I need a container.
He's thirsty.
Well, luckily there's a bunch of buckets right here.
I can use this.
Such a smart little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Or girl. We don't know.
Guy, girl,
Tiny machine.
thing,
Yeah.
dude.
Doodad.
It will be
Thingamabobber.
okay now, brother.
So yeah, just fill up that bucket and be on your way. Actually, while holding the buckets, do be careful. Because were you to try and go quick by jumping, that's a big no. Jumping with a full bucket doesn't work.
Okay.
Well, you have to take it slow. So let's fill the bucket up again. Luckily, there's an infinite supply of never-ending oil right here.
Or whatever that is.
Some weird liquid.
It looks really pure, actually.
Yeah. Also,
Do not tread.
I had a feeling.
I just felt I should show that off. Let's fill that bucket up one more time. And this time, watch our step. Be careful. Don't jump. Just don't be hasty. Just take your time.
Oh, you
I
can
mean-
go through that little gap. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to walk all the way around. Don't worry about that one. But yeah. I mean, your brother is patient.
It's not like
He's
he's
just
going
lying there.
anywhere. That's kind of the point.
Also, I like that chute up there just
Yeah.
spits out trash. Also, there's a whole bunch of other machines here. Look at all those sphere guys.
Yeah. Aren't those the big serpent dudes?
They could be.
Brother, brother.
Doesn't matter how much oil you give him, little guy. You can't make a machine your brother. Well, looks like it's time.
Operator 210 to Unit 9S. Come in, 9S.
9S here. Go ahead.
The Yorha troops have commenced their descent. Disable the enemy base's defense systems immediately.
Roger that.
And now we play as 9S, and we're back at the beginning of everything. 9S is very different, but we won't be seeing much of that right now. Because for now, we have a flight unit to get into and to do some things to make sure that the Yorha troops that are on their way can safely infiltrate, the factory. And this kind of sets the tone for the 9S bit of this game, because 9S is a lot about the bullet hells.
Oh, is he?
Not necessarily always in the form of flight units, but otherwise. We'll see. We'll get to that in this video. It won't be too far off.
Alright.
But yeah, if you do enjoy the bullet hell aspects of this game, like the shoot 'em up bits, this part of the game, playing as 9S will definitely gel with you. Also, as you might notice, our level is 32, because we have retained all of our levels. We still have all our plug-in chips, all our weapons, just everything we got in the first playthrough, we still have.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
Yep.
New Game Plus.
it's basically New Game Plus.
New
but
Game Plus, a completely
at the
different
same-
storyline.
Well, I mean, the storyline isn't all that different. You play as a different character, which also means you get to see different parts of the story. But that won't be relevant for... Well, it's kind of relevant now, actually, for the
Right,
for
from the
prologue.
beginning and the end. When,
Yeah, there's
Nine
just
S-
a part... There's just a part in between where it's very much the same, because
Yeah.
2B and 9S were
We'll need
together.
you to take
working
down the enemy's defense systems to give our attack squadron a chance.
This is an
You have
interesting...
4 targets that need to be hacked.
God, my
Be
voice right
advised
there.
that hostiles have been detected around each
This
target
is an
and must be
interesting bit.
defeated before continuing.
Yeah, this I really like this part of the prologue here. It just goes like the prologue doesn't play anything like it did with 2B.
Yeah.
Also, with 9S, of course, has a different operator on the ground instead of
The wonderful
6.0.
6.0.
We have 2.1.0. Also, this is a very important game mechanic for 9S. This is hacking.
The target is now accessible.
And hacking
One
is a
affirmation will suffice.
very big part
Fine.
of 9S's moveset. He is the scanner model, after all.
So it's...
This is your... And here we have our official first actual hacking tutorial where it tells us what buttons do.
Because
which
the
it
only other
basically just
time we
works
saw
like it
hacking
was.
was way back in the
Yeah,
fight
that was
with...
during the
Hacking
fight with
complete.
the
Proceed to the
songstress.
next target.
But yeah, to hack you, as it said on screen, you hit the B button. By default, that's the Y button because I do have some of my button controls changed. Either way, it's your heavy attack button. Heavy attack, instead of doing a heavy attack, 9S will start hacking. You can hack one target at a time, and when you hack a target, they will explode, which actually deals a bit of AoE damage.
Does time stop or slow when you're hacking?
While you're hacking, time just stops.
Okay.
But there are some things that don't stop, making hacking an incredibly broken ability. Which are some things that I'll get to at some point when it becomes relevant.
Is there a time limit for that?
Yes, when hacking, you will see a tiny, next to your cursor basically, you'll see a little timer. Not in this, well, yes.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
You can see a timer
I didn't see
counting
it.
down. If that hits 0, you fail to hack. Generally, though, the time limits are pretty lenient, so you're more likely to fail hacking by getting
complete.
hit 3
2
times
targets
than by timeout.
Sure.
Also important, if you fail to hack a target, you will take counter hack damage. So if you run out the timer or you get hit 3 times while hacking, you will fail to hack and you will take a bit of damage.
And more importantly, you'll feel a lot of shame.
Yeah. Also that. But yeah, so that's the important bit of bullet hell that you get as 9S is the hacking.
Cool.
And it's probably the most powerful move in the game, both from a damage perspective and from a utility perspective.
Dang.
Yeah, like I said, the explosion even does a bit of AoE damage.
If you set
Good
9S to offensive during your 2B run, would he hack stuff?
No. AI partner 9S never hacks, he just fights physically.
Okay.
Hacking complete. 1 target remains.
Man, this is a real pain.
May I remind you that personal chatter during operations is restricted?
Fine.
I'm
Also,
sure
of course,
he loves...
since we have the other pods, we also have access to them already right now.
I'm sure he loves chatting up with 6.0 more than 2.10.
Well, it's not that he gets to talk much to 6.0,
Yeah.
because, that's 2B's operator.
I feel like they should just swap operators.
Well,
Actually, you know what? No, they shouldn't. They'd be way less efficient.
Yeah, like, I've already thought about this while playing through the game the first time, and I came to the conclusion, no, what they did works fine, because, well, while, 2B and 2.10 would would be like a hella efficient, team.
Yeah.
9S and 6.0 would probably never get any work done.
Yeah, they'd be so inefficient that it would. I mean, the cost would
Yeah.
outweigh the benefit.
They outweigh the benefits of teaming up 2B with 210.
Yeah. Pew pew.
I really do enjoy the hacking thing, especially once you get, because large enemy types actually have more difficult hacking minigames.
Oh, that's cool. Did this dev team ever make a bullet hell before? Like,
I don't think Platinum ever really did a bullet hell, no.
but I mean, it's
Platinum is
platinum,
mainly known
so
for. Yeah, they're mainly known for the
Hacking
other
of
part
enemy
of this
defense
game.
system complete. Our attack squadron can now infiltrate the base. You are
But
to
I mean,
continue providing support
they
by
also
whatever
made.
means available.
Oh gosh, what's that one Wii? I think it's a Wii U game that. Oh gosh, now I can't even remember who covered it. Didn't Ty Tuesday do a let's play of a game by Platinum? It's kind of like Pikmin.
I'm not sure.
I'll look it up later.
Wait, are you thinking of the Wonderful 101?
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
Chip Cheese.
Chip Cheese'em, that was it. This is a good LP.
Yeah.
Yorha has entered the base.
And
However,
a good game.
there is only
That's
one
not like
unit
this
remaining.
at all.
Oof, must have been rough out there.
At the same
The
time,
enemy's defensive
it
weapon
sort
is
of
making things more
is, like,
difficult than we
it has certain
estimated.
aspects that really come forward as being a Platinum game. But yeah, in a very different way. Like you said, kind of Pikmin style.
Yeah.
I'd say kind of Pikmin style combined with the kind of combat you see in a game like this.
Yeah. Ooh.
I also something you should actually pay attention to. When the hacking starts, pay attention to the music.
Okay.
But we'll see that in a bit.
Whoa. Get a load of that thing. Firing missiles.
And we're back to this cutscene. Surprise!
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I do really like that. Also, just for the viewer here,
Better
during
make sure he's actually
cutscenes
dead
that
next time.
we've already seen
That was
during the
dangerous,
first
man.
routes, during the A routes, we will now commentate just
You're
because
2B, right?
we've seen this before.
My name's
We know
9S.
we know what's
I'm
said
here to
here. We know
provide
what's
support.
talked about.
Copy that.
I do like their
was that
first.
big old buzzsaw
I do like
the
their
Goliath you
first
came here to take out?
meet
No,
up here
Just another defensive
between
system.
9S and 2B because it's like
Oh. Well,
instant
I
business.
guess we have to find the target then,
especially
huh?
on 2B's
I've got
side.
a flight unit, so
And
I'll
it's
take a
also
look around
neat
the
that
perimeter.
we get an
All
idea
right.
of why
I'll work my way inside from the
we
ground.
get an idea of how the whole organization operates because they
Yeah.
when we're 2B, like I didn't say this at the time, but I was thinking it's a little odd that like 9S shows up and he doesn't even know the target they're looking for. But from his perspective, it makes total sense that he doesn't know what target they're looking for because he wasn't told at all.
QB?
No, and
ma'am?
it's not his
What?
job to
I was
take
going to
out
send
the
you the map
target
data I
or to
collected
worry
earlier.
about the target.
Do it.
His main job was scouting out the area and ensuring that the security systems were down.
Yeah.
You know, ma'am, I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Also, now we get all of
Scanners
these
like me mostly
conversations
work
from
alone. Scouting out enemy lines and all that.
from
I don't
9S's
usually get a
perspective. While we
partner.
know what he was
kinda
doing
fun.
all that time,
Desertions are prohibited.
just flying through the tunnel and
Sorry,
shooting
ma'am.
things.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Very casual.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
Yeah.
And he was
Also
better.
an
Apparently, he was
interesting-
better outfitted than 2B ever was.
Also, an interesting thing actually to note, like, in regards to that little conversation where 2B is like, no need to call me ma'am, is, that's a bit of localization at work, because of course in Japanese the whole thing is that 9S constantly refers to her as 2B-san,
Oh, I see.
and where 2B then basically tells him to drop the honorific.
I see. No, we will
Which-
always refer to her as 2B Senpai.
I mean,
Why
how
wouldn't
else?
you?
I mean, she's 2B.
And we're weeb trash.
This place sure is big.
I guess humans used to use it as a weapons factory.
This place sure is
Now
big,
it's
and you
just
haven't even
crawling
seen the
with
fucking
machines.
tunnels yet
The
they
enemy
have
needs
in
to
here.
have
What
repurposed
are
the
these
facility to
places
increase
for?
their overall machine production.
That is a good
So if we don't
question.
destroy it, they'll just
What are
keep
these
coming.
tunnels for? Like, there's a lot of pipes and lights, but
Can you hack while you're in these kinds of...
yes, you can.
It's just accessing random.
Though generally, like
non-sensical
small
data
enemies
from
like
the old
this,
world.
just
There's
shooting
no
them
actual
works way
meaning
better.
behind anything machines do.
Because they die in like a couple of shots anyway, so
Yeah.
doing the entire hacking thing
This is probably...
not necessarily more difficult, just takes more time.
I didn't realize before when you got that plug-in chip that makes the bullets pop when you get hit by them, how useful that would be.
Yeah,
Because that like
is-
clears the area around you.
Yeah,
'cause
it's,
they can
it's
trigger
less
each other.
useful
Entire
when
factory, but couldn't find anything
it's
resembling
less
our
useful
target.
when you first
Maybe
get
they-
it,
I don't know.
because there's
moved
only
it
like
somewhere?
the cult left and then the final battle.
I see.
Is that?
You mean
but
the birds?
Earlier.
Yeah, there's
When
more
you-
plants and animals here than there
Yeah,
used to be.
technically earlier game
Probably
or
because the
later game,
environment's
depending
changed.
on how you want to look at this. Because this, it's kind of interesting how
There
this
should be
works.
another
Because
facility
you
across
don't
that
get a
bridge.
choice
It's a bit of a
when
hike,
you
but should we check it
after
out?
completing Route A. If you just go back to playing the
Not
game,
like
you
Command to
do
get a
this.
location
This is
wrong.
just the
I guess
continuation
even they
of
get
the
bad
game,
intel from time to time,
except
huh?
it's the same part that we already played.
I wouldn't
see.
bet on that.
An interesting thing, though, is not only do you get like a new perspective in the sense that you see things from 9S's perspective, there are also some other things where you get information that you didn't get during the playthrough S2B.
I should hope so.
Yeah,
It would be
don't-
pretty
don't
annoying
worry.
if you didn't.
We'll be learning many new things about the machines, about the world.
2B, what's going on?
She appears to be engaging the target enemy.
We
Also,
have
of
to
course,
help her.
since we're 9S,
Let's
we have
go.
a different pod. We're talking to pod 153 instead of 042.
I missed 042 already.
Don't worry.
I'm
we'll-
sure
we'll hear him
153 will
occasion.
grow on me.
Sure. Also, we get this fight. Also
What's
very
your status?
important. Look at
This
his
is
health
the
bar.
target. I'm
We
going
have an
to
actual
destroy
name for this thing now.
Oh.
Right. I'll provide support.
Meet Angles. At least I would pronounce it Angles, but yeah.
Enemy analysis
Yeah,
complete.
I think
I'm not
Software
entirely sure.
vulnerabilities
English-speaking
and
audience,
penetration paths detected.
English-speaking audiences would
Displaying
probably
on
say
HUD.
angles.
I'll hack this thing and weaken it.
Yeah,
A little bit more emphasis on the goals.
yeah. Actually, fun fact, Engels is the Dutch word for English.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that was the intention or not. I don't
I'm pretty
think
sure
so,
Engels is
but
also the name, is like a German name maybe, or...
possible. Because there are actually, I'll tell you right now. Remember, in the beginning of the game, when you're playing as 2B, like the first sort of boss you fight is basically one of Engels's arms.
Right.
That thing also has a name.
Oh, really?
And first we couldn't read that because it was in those weird characters. But his arms are called marks.
Marks?
Marks. M-A-R-X.
Isn't
I'm
Engels...
not
Wait,
mistaken.
then isn't Engels... I thought the name sounded familiar. I'm pretty sure he was like a political theorist or something?
Would make sense if you consider that, some other machines we know are Jean-Paul and Pascal. Does make you wonder, why do machines choose those names?
Yeah, Friedrich Engels founded Marxist theory.
Boost!
With Marx.
Ah! Now that makes sense.
I thought
I
I thought the
actually
name
wasn't-
sounded familiar.
9S!
Also, 9S is hurt. Oh no.
Oh no, what'll happen to him?
Well, we now actually get to see what happens to him, because he didn't just, we know he got hurt. But how
Wow.
badly? Well, this badly.
He'll be fine. Oh. Oh.
We need to perform system repair. We need to repair our visual system.
Huh.
As you can see, we can see more and more. Until we're repaired, and now we have full vision.
Oh, that was easy.
Hello, 9S is inside.
I wish robot repair was this easy.
Yeah, just hold the B button. Also repair focal system, which also allows us to hear again.
Voice functionality recovered. External sound input confirmed.
Oh.
There we go. Hello.
I have to repair him.
So yeah, that was what he was
Oh,
doing.
don't you just give me a
while,
few minutes, I'll
Logic
repair
virus
me.
vaccines. Then access the
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt.
Well, I
field
mean, I don't
repair.
think he's just gonna attach a new
do what
arm
I
and a
say.
new leg. Purely
2B,
system repairs.
Just go.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
HO229 Flight Unit. Command 677 received. Usage rights transferred from 9S to 2B. Requesting acknowledgement.
Yes, let's fly. I mean, that would be my acknowledgement.
Yeah,
I
whee!
don't know about you.
All right.
Bye, 9S. Thanks for the flight unit. Nah.
And then credits roll.
That would be weird. All I can really say about that. I do like that when she gets into the flight unit, it changes to white.
Yeah.
You know, to
Incoming
again
enemy
denote
virus
her status
Oh,
as team leader.
engaging.
Also, yes, while that was going on, 9S was also fighting for his life. So the way this works is fairly simple. You just control the pod. You can just control 153, and all you can really do is shoot. You cannot use pod programs. Just shoot regular gun. I'm actually not sure if you can switch pods. I never do it for this because Gatling gun's just so good here. Also, if you were to actually turn around and look behind you, you can see 9S lying there. Like, I think we should be able... Yeah, you see
Yeah.
him healing there because we're damaging and killing things.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if you let... I'm actually not sure what happens if you let these guys come too close. I've never had it happen. It's relatively easy because they are very bad at shooting at 9S. And the melee guys are just too easy to kill. So I'm actually not sure what happens if you let them get near 9S. I mean, I would imagine they just start attacking and you just start taking damage until you take them out. But yeah, your main goal here is just to keep 9S alive while 2B does her thing.
Oh, you can still lock on.
Enemy units.
Yep.
2B.
I just
found
don't
a
use it
weakness
much
in the
because it,
target.
you know,
Hacking in
causes spread
to provide support.
on your bullets. Also, then we just hack them. Hacking is very useful. It makes
2B.
boom.
The control on the enemy's upper arm.
Oh,
Use
yeah.
pod should be able to take
And
it
this is
over.
why he knows all those things, because he's hacking the thing. So he's capable of then telling 2B, there's weaknesses here.
He really should shut up.
Yeah. I mean, we know him. He won't. He likes talking.
Seize its control system.
Affirmative.
And now we get to see
Infiltrating
this
enemy
little
subunit.
part again.
Behavior table adjusted. Balance
Behavior
controls
table
overridden.
adjusted.
Enemy unit subjugation complete.
2B has successfully commandeered the enemy unit.
Continuing support. Upload 2B's memory data package.
Alert. Memory data for Unit 9S has not yet been updated.
It's fine. Upload 2B's data first.
Affirmative.
And now we know why 9S doesn't remember anything at the end of the prologue.
Right.
Because he specifically requested that 2B's data package be given priority.
He's already in love.
I'd like to imagine at this point that it's just healthy respect.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You know you're already in love.
I mean, yeah. But that's my business.
That's between me, my wife, and my doctor.
Wow.
Oh yeah, this swag scene.
Just die already!
Right in the eye. Dead center into the eye. A lot of this will be like, oh yeah, I remember this. That's basically Route B in a nutshell.
Talk about bringing the battle to them. 2B.
Contact command.
I do like
Request assistance.
how he supports her, like, right there.
No.
Like, a lot of that
doesn't
kind of
look like
animation
that's
work is also really good.
Going to be necessary.
Oh jeez.
Oh, great.
I do like how nonchalant she kind of sounds. Like, oh, great. Here we go again. Also, they're just saying kill.
I don't imagine that this is going to end well. The black box. It's ready.
Right.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
2B. It was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
He says it with such finality.
The honor was mine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for him, it kind of is.
I guess.
Like, for the him that exists right then and there.
I guess that's
Because he's
true.
not going to remember this.
That's true.
Cliffhanger, but not really.
But I mean, I don't say
Looks
it
like
was
it's
an
time to
honor
help
to
2B
know
get
you.
herself set up.
Like,
She's probably waiting
when I'm
in her
about to
room
go
now.
under for surgery.
I mean, you never know. Something could go wrong.
I guess that's true. Maybe I should do that every time I go under for surgery from now on. Pretend like it's gonna be life-threatening.
So, we have unlocked the arcade. I put that away real quick, but I'll explain that real quick myself. Is hacking minigames, also explained in this email right here. Hacking minigames, as you complete them, get added to the arcade, and then you can practice them. Or just
Oh.
play them for fun. Or you can do like a special mode where you just get a whole bunch of challenges in a row and you just have only the 3 hits. How many can you complete?
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
And of course, the IT operations lead server engineer. He's the one who tells you about arcades.
Of course, also, as you can see, you can check both 9S and 2B's emails. If you look at that, actually, all of the emails that you've gotten during the previous playthrough that were, like, generally sent to, like,
Sorry to
your
barge in on you.
units and such
Oh.
are still there
Looks
in
like you've
both
already
9S
started.
and 2B's inbox. But emails specifically sent to 2B only appear in 2B's inbox. So stuff
2B,
sent from
can
like
you hear me?
6.0
I'm
is
starting
only
a boot
readable
sequence.
in 2B's
First, you'll want
inbox.
to check your brightness settings.
What did 9S just do to
Right
her?
then. Let's get started. We'll
She's
go through
helping
each
with
adjustment
he's
in
helping
order.
with the
Let's start by
system
getting
Oh,
the
that's
setup that we
brightness set.
yeah. Also, this I'm not controlling this. Remember how he said
Okay.
that this was being recorded
does
for
this look?
posterity?
Mm-hmm.
Roger that. Oh,
All of your inputs
and I should probably
during
let
this
you know that this
first
entire
time
process
Really?
is being
recorded
recorded for
and turned
posterity.
into a cutscene.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
Now let's take a look at your voice recognition settings. Seems your
So,
voice recognition is set to
Fun
mute,
fact,
which
first
isn't gonna
time I
work.
played through this game, I was in
gonna
a
call out
Discord
to you
call
now.
with a bunch of
Make
people,
sure you can
and I
hear my
got to the
voice.
point where you could select, you
Are
know,
you
how you
there?
wanted to react
Can you hear
to
me?
finishing up, setting up your voice volume.
Hello?
And
Go ahead and
we
adjust
just
your
had like a
settings so you
long
can hear me,
talk, and so
alright?
basically I didn't give
Adjust
the
the
game any
settings until
inputs
you
for
can
like
hear
2
my
solid
voice.
minutes. So when I got to this part of the
Alright,
game,
are we good now?
and I got to this little menu here, I actually had to sit there for 2 minutes before the game continued.
Oh,
But I assume you cut it out.
anyway, that takes care
Well,
of the
no, that
settings.
wasn't this.
Oh, that
playthrough.
wasn't this
That was my
playthrough.
very-
Right. So.
No, that was my very
pulse rate
first
is
time
rising.
through the game. And I got to here and I
seems
was
to be
like,
back to
wait
normal
a
now.
second, I have to wait for all of that, don't I? And yes,
Hold
I
on.
had to.
Your
Oh,
self-destruct
9S
permissions
just
are
said
missing.
his pulse was rising.
Wait a sec. We need to restore
Mm.
those.
Yeah, that little bit of dialogue you only
I
get
could
if
set
you
it for
choose
you,
the
but
bottom
you should probably
option
do it
in
yourself.
that.
Regulations.
What was the
you
bottom
know?
option again?
Yes, 9S, there's something calming about your voice.
Oh, I see. Senpai noticed me.
Huh? Wait,
Mhm.
no. You need
So
to
his
leave that
heart
turned
rate
on.
went up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, of course, this goes the same because, as I said,
Yeah, you can't really do that. It needs to be turned on except in very specific cases.
but 9S, it's not all that useful. I used it like a grand total of once, seriously, in my entire A-Route playthrough. Come
Okay,
on.
good.
Yeah, and that was just to
If
take
things
your
go wrong
pants
during an
off.
op, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it. So, once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out.
Also, during the parts that are not actually making, choosing options on what to say to 9S, you can
Warning.
skip the scene. Because you can skip cutscenes just by holding the heavy attack button or by just pressing start and then pressing A.
Mm.
I never do that in the Let's Play, of
9S.
course, because
The
I don't
commander's
show
put me
things
in
off.
charge of your maintenance, ma'am. That means I'll be performing regular checks on you from
But
now
it
on.
did show up in the bottom of the screen there. Press B or hold
I
B
see.
to
Oh, don't worry.
to skip.
We 9S models are the best around, you know. Though I suppose we're not exactly known for our modesty.
Some more fun facts, actually, while we have some downtime to talk.
9S.
Noticed you
What
might
is
have
it,
noticed
ma'am?
how during the
Stop calling me ma'am.
factory things, 2B was having
There's no
had
need
the
to be
virtuous
so
contract
formal.
and the virtuous treaty equipped.
All right.
Whatever
say so.
weapons you have equipped in your weapon setup
I
number
almost forgot.
1,
The commander was
when
calling
you
for you.
beat
We better go
Eve
see what's up, man.
on the A route,
2B.
are the weapons 2B will use for the rest of the B route playthrough.
Oh.
So the first time I played through this
You
game,
need
I
to be
actually
near an
had
access point to save your data.
I actually
You can
had
see
her
access
equipped with like a
points on the
greatsword and a
close-range map.
spear.
Be sure
so
to save often.
she was fighting with greatsword and spear for the entirety of my
Doing
B
great
playthrough.
sword spear combos and everything?
Yep.
You can you switch to her and change her weapons?
No.
Then I'm glad you left her
isn't.
with the virtuous contract and the virtuous treaty.
Yeah, I
Because
did
that's a
that
nice
on purpose.
That's a nice look.
Yeah, I did that on purpose just to have her with that. Though we won't be seeing her use them much because
Nice, keep up.
Because AI settings for AI partners are
Nice.
still just set to passive. So. Also, there's some other things we can do here
Wow,
before we go talk to the commander.
he's faster than she is.
Your player character is always faster than your AI partner.
Sure.
Here is a locked box
Ooh.
that we can now open now that we're in 9S, because you need to hack the box.
And no one minds.
So yeah, I didn't go here during the first playthrough. That shop right there, that was to the right, is basically just the maintenance shop that is also in the resistance camp.
Okay.
So there's never really any point to doing that kind of shopping here, since you're more in the resistance camp than in the bunker.
Unless you die a lot, right?
Well, I mean, even if you die, you restart at the closest access
Oh,
point.
I guess that's true, yeah,
Well,
so-
not the closest access point. The last access point you saved on. So, even then, that's...
Yeah, so I guess
there's
you
nothing
wouldn't
that kills you
really
here.
be here that
No.
much.
Also, boxes that you open on your first playthrough are still, as you can see, opened and empty.
No.
Also, we talked to 6-0. Let's take a look at 2-1-0, who's right here. Also, there's Knight. Also, I pressed wrong buttons.
Yes, I'll look
That's it.
Thanks to 1-0. Thanks to 1-0.
Now that's what you call a friend.
I mean, maybe 9S calls her a friend, but I highly doubt she would refer to 9S as a friend.
It's just like you and me. Co-workers.
Co-workers, exactly.
Ah, 2B. Maintenance finished?
Yeah.
Yes, Commander. You detonated your black box in order to defeat the enemy. Bold, but risky. Try not to be so reckless next time.
Fine,
Understood.
James.
Actually, we
I know you're fresh out of
haven't
maintenance,
talked much
but I have
about
another
this
mission
during
for
the
you.
first playthrough, but I
need you
do
to head
also
to
like the
surface.
commander's
Rendezvous with
design.
the resistance and do some recon.
The commander's what?
Like,
Doesn't Yorha have a
design.
dedicated
Like, he
resistance
wears some
contact
weird
already?
clothes.
We haven't been able
Yeah.
to get
But
in
I do
touch
kind of
with
like
them,
him.
so we'll
Yeah,
need you to look into that as well. Understood.
It's like some sort of coat with a really weird high slit that's on the side, and I don't know what that is.
I really hope we learn more about the commander and the Yorha in general in this playthrough. I don't know. You don't have to say anything about it. I'm just thinking
I
like
won't.
it would
I
be
won't.
interesting. Oh, and you can.
Also, now that we have 9S, we have his sword.
Oh, cool.
The Cruel Oath, which is basically the alternate version of the Virtuous Contract.
Oh, and you can still use the other ones.
all the weapons that you gained
Large sword,
during the first playthrough.
spears,
Yep,
all that.
everything that you got during your first playthrough is still here.
But you don't use 2 of them at a time.
no, because like I said, heavy attack is now hacking. Also, your plug-in chips, they are still there. And your pod programs, well, you need to re-equip them, but you still have all of them. So let's just quickly equip some of them. And then that looks fine. And with that, it's time to go to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
The surface? That means we'll be getting flight units, huh? Better head for the hangar.
Yes, the surface. Thanks,
Usually we can't
9S.
get near flight units. They're way too
Please
expensive
don't be,
for us
please
grunts.
don't be scary
Too
by
bad they
talking
can't
to me. You're a
mass-produce these
video
things
game.
yet. The hangar's up
It
ahead.
recorded in the
Let's go.
past. Oh, I hate that you left your flashlight on. Look at it. It's gonna be on when you come through. Oh, it's not on. It might still be on. I'm not sure. Oh my god,
I have
it's
a
still
tendency
on.
to I have a tendency to accidentally click the left stick. So.
Well, you turned it on to see 210. I was about to say 2010, but no one ever says 2010.
No, it's pronounced 210. I think basically. Well, no, it kind of depends what the number exactly is.
Why do
on
you
how
think
you
they
pronounce
send
it.
a combat model
Because
like you to a
11B was
recon job?
11B.
That's true.
If all they want is intel, we scanner models are built for
And
that
16D
kind of thing.
was 16D.
Orders are orders.
Just 2-1.
All right.
And 11B was pretty swag.
11B was going to dessert, so I don't know.
Oh yeah. Less swag than I
think you're-
initially thought.
Yeah.
2B, you're going to have some new weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up instructions for
Bumping
you.
into you.
Make sure to commit them to memory.
Roger.
Also, as you can see, now the white flight unit is of course the AI partner, because that's 2B.
Yeah.
I do like that kind of. I mean, it's kind of a given, but it's still a detail that I definitely like.
Did you turn AI combativeness back on at some point?
Nah. I might have some. I don't know. I just like going at it solo. You know?
I know, but like, it's gonna feel real weird seeing 2B just standing around while you kill everything.
What? It's not like she's the combat. Oh wait.
Right?
I might turn her on at some point. Probably not for a while.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is one of the. From now on, we'll start getting some harder hacking minigames.
So you
As
have
can
to
see,
break
the
the-
sphere. Yeah, to break that, you need to destroy all the little ones.
The little dreidels.
All the little whatever.
They're
shapes.
dreidels.
Yeah.
Oh, this
When
one's
you
old.
destroy all of them, the force field is gone. Yeah. Those bigger ones have like a whole bunch of different hacking minigames.
Bunker to 2B. Commit.
Question,
I set a landing point for your
you
flight
have a...
You'll be touching
I think
down
you have a
quite
plug-in
ways
chip that
from the
makes time
resistance
slow
camp,
when you're near
unfortunately.
bullets, right?
Sorry for the trouble. but
Does
we
that
can't
apply to
risk the enemy
hacking
discovering their
minigames?
position.
Understood.
No.
Good luck down there.
I thought it
But
did.
there is something.
thought I saw
There is
slowdown.
something. Well, there is something else that does apply to the hacking minigame, but I'll talk about that more when it becomes more relevant.
Okay.
For now, we have arrived at Earth. And we need to rendezvous with the Resistance.
Bye, flight
Also,
unit.
5 flight units. They're gone. Of course, pick up items. Thank you, Auto Collect. Such a good ship. Also, there was a little box right here.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be finding lots of those. We'll be opening lots of those during this playthrough. The boxes is one of the things I'll be doing a 100%.
Woo!
We have a new sword.
The Pahonix sword?
Yeah, sure. Also, for some reason, I look in small swords. It's not a small sword. Why am I looking in small swords?
Because you were tempted to
It's-
grab that cypress stick.
It's here. It's a big sword.
Ooh.
Let's actually put that in this slot real quick. And I'll show you... I'll show off a little bit of what it looks like when 9S fights. So, heavy attack... Well, not heavy attacks. Big sword.
Ooh.
One thing that 9S does is he doesn't actually wield his weapons. He controls them
He's
with his hacker ability.
he's got far too much dignity to get his hands dirty with such inglorious weapons.
I'll explain a bit more about how his combos work, because he does have light and heavy attacks, and I'll explain a bit more how that works, even though you don't have access to a heavy attack button. But that will be, like, in a future video, because this one is nearing its end. Because one quick thing to show
Target
off,
location acquired. Marking on map.
we don't get
Proposal.
introduction scenes for new
Proceed to
areas
target
when you're
location.
playing as 9S. Also, if you go down, if you look on the minimap, save points are already active.
Oh, right. That's nice.
With that, it's on our way to the Resistance camp. Next time.